What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to a new video. My name is of course Paul, and I don't know whether you can see behind me, welcome to the Peak District. And today I'm filming with an Abarth 595. Let's take it for a spin and let me talk to you a bit about just how good this little car really is. Now, this is the Series 4 and they corrected a lot of stuff that was wrong with the earlier series. You know, like the fact that you couldn't get your hand behind the seat here in order to adjust the seat. It's now on this side, on your left hand side, which is perfect. You can now adjust your seat while you're moving, just in case you're not in the right position. But this thing is absolutely so much fun to drive. I mean, especially on these little twisties, you know, you can just throw this thing round, no issues. It's good on the fuel, but it is a 1.4 litre, 145 brake. You know, but it's compared to the likes of the Fiesta ST and the Corsa VXR. Now, obviously, I've owned the Corsa VXR, and one of my very first videos was the Fiesta ST, which obviously belonged to my dad. Now, I don't think it's fair that this car gets compared to those cars, because at the end of the day, it's a lot smaller. You know, it hasn't got the brake horsepower that those two cars have actually got. But when you throw this thing round, my god, it's so much fun. It's so grippy. Now the only thing is though, every bump you will feel. The sport suspension is so stiff, and it just literally every bump in the road you're gonna feel it. This thing is just so much fun to drive. If you were in the market for one, obviously, you know, people love the little Fiat 500s. You know, a lot of people bought them. But I like the fact that they corrected a lot of stuff with the Series 4. You know, that front is so much more aggressive. They put the Abarth logo on the bottom grille, and obviously Abarth owners have decided to paint that. And this one's actually got it done as well, as you can see from the video. There's the B-roll overlaying it, and it looks so good with it done. A lot of purists and stuff are not a big fan of the fact that people have done this. But for me, I think it looks so cool, so different. Obviously, you can design it yourself, do your own style. Obviously, it's got a sport button as well, dedicated sport button. It stiffens the suspension, hardens the steering, and it you feel even more bumps in sport mode. But sport mode is so much fun. And this little turbo bar as well that's in front of you, it's so addicting to watch. You know, you're watching that turbo, you're watching the bar progress through as you're giving it a bit of a nail through. It's just so much fun to drive. The only issue that I've got with the Abarth is obviously when you're on the motorway and stuff like that, these tend to let a lot of air into the cabin. You know, you can hear the wind noise coming through the cabin of the car. But I mean, that being said, it's not a major issue. Cruising around town in a car like this is perfectly fine. You know, you can sit back, relax, cruise along at 30 miles an hour. But then even when you're jumping onto the motorway, that's going to be exactly the same. You can just cruise along at 70, even though you haven't got cruise control. Well, that was a lot of complaints with the Abarth owners, just the fact that they didn't have cruise control. But for me, I mean, cruise control is not a big necessity. I am on the motorway a lot in my own car, but I don't tend to use cruise control all that much. I tend to just stick at 6th gear and let it go itself. But the fact is, I mean, you can just throw this around the streets, and it's just so nimble and agile and so much fun to drive. You can have so much fun in this car. From the very beginning of this video, with the exhaust note, you know, it's very raspy, very tony, and it does pop every now and again. Especially when you're in sport mode, giving it a bit of a welly, it will pop a little bit. And there's other different exhausts. Obviously, a lot of Abarth owners modify these, and you can see why. I mean, so easily modifiable. You know, different exhaust, tints, rear extensions on the spoilers, lowered a little bit more, even though I wouldn't really lower one of these. It is a bit bumpy. 5-speed gearbox, you know, I mean, perfectly acceptable in this day and age. A lot of cars go for 6th gear, but at the end of the day, it is only a 1.4, remember. Obviously 1.6 and over, you probably would have got a 6th gear. Media player in the centre. It's only a small screen, but it's good enough. It does what you need it to do, especially with the likes of nav, etc. You know, it will do what you want it to do with Bluetooth connectivity. You've got your sport button, your hazard light switch, and of course your fog lights. Then you come down a bit further down the centre console, you've got your lecky window switches right near the gear stick. And then of course you come a bit further down, you've got big cup holders coupled with an auxiliary port and a USB socket for your phone. Then you've got this big lever just there. Now what the lever's for is actually your support for your chair to go down and up. You've got a big massive speedo in the middle which shows your water temperature and your petrol range, as well as a little picture of an Abarth. But moving on to the outside of the car, you get these lovely alloy wheels, diamond cut. You know, a bit of a nightmare to get refurbed, as you'll know from my Corsa, but this thing's just so much fun. It's so grippy and agile. You know, I mean, I've driven the earlier versions of this. You know, the seats weren't this comfortable, they weren't at all. I mean, the Abarth stitching on the top, the earlier models of these weren't that comfortable, but this does feel comfortable. I don't know what it'd be like on a long journey, but I've been driving this now for the best part of an hour and a half. Still, to me, feels really, really comfortable. I mean, I don't know what it'd be like, as I say, on a big long journey, but this has been so comfortable, especially throwing it around these country lanes. If you haven't driven one, I recommend that you obviously book a little test drive, go and have a go in one for yourself and see what you think. But I mean, just on your foot, obviously it hasn't got the same power as the Astra VXR, but it's still got some punch to it. Moving on to the steering wheel, you get the big Abarth badge in the centre with your horn, all your steering controls for your phone and your radio, so higher the volume up, etc. That's on there. The only thing that does bug me a little bit about the Abarth is the fact that they still put a 500 badge on the glove box. That really bugs me, I don't know why. Moving on to the outside with its styling, you know, you get the daytime running lights, obviously TRLs, and you also get like the Abarth logo at the bottom. Moving around, you've got your skirts, and as you come round to the back, you've got that little slit in the bumper, which reminds me so much of the Corsa VXR, the older one, the D. Some lovely styling cues in the rear bumper, lovely slits, and obviously you've got your twin exhaust on this. Obviously if you get the competition pack and stuff like that, you can get quad exhausts, but it's no real big deal. At the end of the day, you could change the exhaust on this. A lot of Abarth owners do actually do that. Then you got obviously push the sport button, sport glows up, the car glows up in the centre, and yeah, if you volley it a little bit, it tends to come alive. But now, do I think this is a good car? Absolutely, 100%. Just for its agility alone, you know, it's definitely worth considering if you're looking at one of these like a hot hatch. But obviously there is the likes of the Fiesta ST, which is compared to the Corsa VXR, you know, many more obviously faster, aggressive cars compared to the Abarth. But still, if fuel economy is what matters to you, then you probably wouldn't be looking for a hot hatch anyway. But to me, I mean, this has been averaging out 33 miles per gallon right now, just putting along any tight twisties on this road, but it's averaging out 33. There's no real argument with that. I mean, get it on the motorway and you're probably talking, what, high 50s? I say I've never taken it on the motorway, so I don't know for sure, but let me know in the comments down below if you know exactly what it is. Now also as well, if you do own one of these cars, be sure to hit me up in the comments down below and let me know which one it is you've got, what colour you've got, whether you like it or not, what's its pros and cons, and maybe we'll do like a revisit on the 595 to see obviously if it is worth it or not. I mean, maybe I can try and get it for a couple of days and we see exactly what it's like on a motorway journey. And then of course you move on and you've got the key. You've got the Abarth logo up here, which controls the opening and closing of the key, so it folds away and you just click the Abarth logo. You've got your lock button, your unlock button, and then of course your boot opening as well. Now the boot on this is pretty small. For the cars that it's compared to in the hot hatch world, the boot is really small. The Corsa and the Fiesta is so much bigger than this, which is why I don't know why they compare this to them cars. At the end of the day, this car should be compared to the likes of the Igo GRMN and of course the Up GTI. Let me know your thoughts on the 595 and maybe the 695. Let me know what else you want to see on the channel. Let me know what other cars you probably would like to see. Maybe some videos similar to this, or maybe if you wait till the summer, when we got better weather and stuff like that. But be sure to let me know in the comments down below this video. So everyone, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you like this, drop a like. If you loved it, drop a sub. Huge thanks to Brian for lending me the car for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Links in the description down to Fiat's website where you can check more of this car out, and other 595s and 695 Apostos. But let me know your thoughts on the 595 Abarth, and also let me know your thoughts on any other car you may want to see on the channel. Thanks for watching guys, I'll see you all in the next one. Take it easy everyone.